That's all. Say it again, bro. Seriously, say it again.
That's history, man.
America is what?
America started like 400 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the history of America, you know. And it was Indian people.
Indian and Mexican.
Actually, what I know, it was Indian.
Indian and Mexican.
In Europe, you were sending the white bad people. Europe as a
Okay, now I was inside the gas station and I was standing behind a white guy. And in front of the white guy was a Mexican. And he was taking a little while because he was drunk. He was drinking beers or whatnot. So the white guy said something to the Mexican. I couldn't pull my phone out fast enough, but they had a little confrontation, and the white guy was like, I see why Trump trying to build a wall to get y'all out of here. Now when it's my turn to get up to the counter, I asked the Arab man behind the counter what he think, and you can't really hear because he's behind the glass, but he said America was Mexicans and Indians in the first place. So I pulled my phone out and try to take the conversation, but let's press play again. You see, you can't really hear, but right here he's telling me how everybody hate so-called white people. Now this is biblical. Everybody's turning on this devil, man. He says nobody likes white people. He say everywhere that they go, they try to take over.
Negro, no, everybody don't know because Negroes don't know. Negroes.
Oh. He said, this is the key. I wish y'all could have heard it. He say white people are the devil. And I said Negroes the only people that don't know, because our people love this so-called white man. Our people love this devil. Here go an Arab that has way more than Negroes have. They have Arab privileges. You don't see Arabs getting shot down and gunned down by the police. You don't see them in the slums, in the ghetto, on the bottom of society. But even he know that the white man is the devil.
Negroes don't know nothing because white men steal our history.
All right, man. So Shalom. I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakar Kodash Barakatah. I like to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. The real truly is all Israel on earth today. I like to send salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing this truth and all sincerity across the four corners of the earth. So with this, man, we'll just get into a couple scriptures, man. I think it's Micah 2:2. Okay. I'm gonna start at 1. This Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It reads, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. The so-called white man, talking about the elites, from the Rothschilds all the way down to the Gettys, the Dubois, the Bushes. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands, because they rule this so-called kingdom known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures, man. They practice it because the power in their hands. They have all the resources. They got all the so-called money. Here go the point I want is at too though. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence. How did they get America? How did they get Africa? How did they get Rome? How did they get everywhere that they possess? They take it by violence, man. Dropping bombs and taking over what is yours. It says, and houses. And they take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. That's the point I wanted. They oppress the so-called Native American Indians and the so-called Mexicans, which are part of the 12 tribes of Israel, but they oppress them and their heritage, man. They took their nationality the same way they took ours. So-called Negroes or the Jews in America, man. That's a point. That's a point that I had wanted to, because he said that he know blacks in America are the real Jews. Everyone knows but Negroes, man. But it says, and they covet fields and they take them by violence. How they get everything that they got, man, by violence, man. And houses, and they take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, man. Flat out, man. This is talking about the so-called white man. The devil that the Bible speaks of. What is that? It's Habakkuk 2:12. Okay, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. How was America builded? With the blood of the saints, hundreds of millions. How was this city established? By iniquity, rape, robbery, and murder, man. A lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians had to lose their life for America to be established. Okay, let me get it. Exodus. Oh, Numbers 35, 34. Okay, this is Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land where ye in, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed, but by the blood of him that shed it. So whose blood was shed here? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Who shedded our blood here? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom, man. And it says what? It says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed. So ain't no way the land gonna be cleansed of the blood that was shed here, but by the blood of him that shed it. So you so-called white people blood have to be shed here. Have to be. There's no way around it, man. Let me see, man. So these so-called white people, man, get ready for your blood to be shed. Get ready for rape, rob, and murder to happen to your people the same way it happened to the Most High's people. This Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, he shall always reap. So, what did the so-called white man sow? Rape, robbery, murder. Alligator bait with our children. Our children's skulls busted open on brick. Wickedness. All kind of outrageous atrocities was done. So the same must happen. One more, man. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Who led who into captivity? The so-called white man led us into captivity. So he got to go into captivity. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Now the sword represents any instrument of death. And who've been hanging us, killing us, raping us, robbing us, shooting us down for 500 years? You so-called white people. So you must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. The saints are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. Pursuing the Psalms 148 and 14 and Psalms 50 and 5. So get ready for y'all massacre, you so-called white people. So with that, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh, Bahashem, Rakwadash Barakatah. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Peace and blessings. Shalom.